The following Toku Podcastu contains spoilers from both past and present tokusatsu, anime, manga, movies and other related media. If you do not wish to be spoiled, we suggest turning off the podcast now. Otherwise, please enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Tokusatsu Podcast, the best show about tokusatsu you probably never heard of. I'm HSJ.
You remember that time
No.
those mutants... That's fair. That's my reaction to most things when muties start doing shit.
Wasn't there a time where, like... those are the ultimates, right? Where they were like, mutants are mutants, they're experiments.
Yeah, that was the ultimate X-Men origin, is that they were just, they were bioweapons, basically.
Wouldn't that have been a better way to, like, end Amazons?
Weren't Amazons already bioweapons?
No, but, like, they honestly think that they're mutants, but they turn out to be, like, experiments.
Oh, like it turns out that they were all bullshit. Well, that's what fucking Black Sun did, though.
Yeah, but Black Sun was dumber because, like, they already knew that they were, like, man-made.
Did they?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I think they knew that they were man-made.
No, I'm pretty sure that was a significant twist that happened, is that mutants were created by humans. I don't know. A friend wants to watch Black Sun because of esoteric symbolism, so I don't know.
He's gonna have a lot of fun with the George Floyd kaiju. Actually,
sure
I
will.
show her that picture. You're gonna laugh your ass off. I think I still have it. Funny enough.
The first of many AJ talks to his girlfriend during recording segments.
Look, nothing can ever top whatever that was. Because that wasn't natural.
You're right. Nothing will ever top that. Which
reminds me, here you go, Jay. Just as a refresher. Oh man, the best part is that's in like the actual resolution. It's some fucking weird ass rectangle.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that. Anyways,
what are we talking about today, Jay?
What are we talking about was a little show called Kankyou Choujin Ecogainder, or Gainder, I guess, technically.
Gainder.
It's Gainder, yes.
It's really weird.
It's not Changerian, it's Shanzarian.
Sorry, you French people. Fuck you.
I do not apologize to the French.
That's why their country's on fire.
Yeah.
Anyways. But yeah, so what is Ecogainder about?
Well, Ecogainder, other than another running joke of ours ruined, was a 14-episode series of 10-minute episodes produced by... I wrote this down, but I fucking can't find it. Some studio and a TV network called Kids Station, which are tokusatsu... what the fuck is the word? PSAs. There we go. They're tokusatsu PSAs, essentially, about the environment.
Yeah.
It is a robot hero named Ecogainder who has come from the future in order to teach the people of modern day how to better care for the environment. And there are evil monsters, sort of monsters, called Eco Crushers, who I kept thinking were called Psycho Crushers for some reason.
Would have been better.
That's just how Endo says it. Who are here to instill terrible ideas about protecting the environment to people because they need the environment to be shit in order to live. Thus is the essential setup of every single episode.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah,
that's literally the entire show you just summed up, because there's literally nothing else to it.
The entire show is probably going to be as long as about half this episode. At most.
No, this episode's going to be shorter. The entire show's like 2 hours and something.
Well, I don't know. Let's not fucking let's not put our money on that. We've said that about a lot of things, and then we've gone for twice as long.
To be fair, I have things to say about implications this show gives us, but we'll get to.
Oh, don't worry. I do too.
There's some serious fucking implications going on here with this show that I'm like, I don't know. There's some eco-terrorism going on with this.
There might be. But yeah, it's a very simple show to the point where there's basically no plot. Ecogainder hangs out with exactly one family in Japan at all to teach them about the environment. Nobody else, just these 4 people. And every episode is basically the same, where the family will be doing something, and that something is inadvertently hurting the environment, whether intentionally or indirectly. Then the Eco Crushers show up to congratulate them for being shitters, and then Ecogainder shows up to kick their ass immediately, and then tell them the right way to do things, and then leave. That's it. That's all. That's basically every episode summarized. And to be fair, every episode is incredibly short. Every episode is less than 10 minutes long, and that's including opening and ending too.
Well, opening and ending. I mean, okay, if we're counting opening and ending, and the PSA cut out, it's like 5 minutes.
Pretty much.
If that. Like, quite literally, it's all the exact same setup, and it's kind of insane.
Essentially, yes. The show is very short, and that's kind of the idea, because it's a PSA thing. It's a quick little thing to show with simple little characters that are meant to be engaging to a youth, to tell them about environmental thing of the week, and that's fine. You know, it's basically the same vein as a lot of other PSAs. You know, I don't want to exactly compare to the old G.I. Joe PSAs, because those are hilarious.
But like, it doesn't try to go above what it needs to, really. 'Cause it knows what it is.
I mean, it kind of does with the last 2 episodes a little bit, but beyond that, no, it doesn't really try super hard. It doesn't really like do anything too advanced. It's a very simple setup where we'll open up with the Eco Crushers talking about how they got their asses kicked last week and how they're going to do better this week. The family starts doing something, and that something is inadvertently bad for the environment. Then we'll cut to Ecogainder talking to Professor Gal Black about something inconsequential. And then Ecogainder will find out that they're doing something bad in the environment and go kick the Eco Crusher's ass, give a PSA, and then leave. And that's it. That's every episode basically summarized.
Yes. Yes. Well, look, okay. So, let's be honest. There is no characters besides the AKB-48 chick. She's the only one who has a character in this show, which, fair enough, I guess. But
I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily just her. Ecogainder and, her name is Mudana, and the other one is Hakais. All 3 are our typical Toku characters, all have characters, so to speak. They're relatively simplistic beyond Mudana, and Mudana has kind of a character arc.
Which is so weird.
Which is very random for this show to have. It's very random for one of the villains in a PSA to have a character arc.
Well, to be fair, and this is just to go into the show itself, they run out of shit to fucking bitch about, bruh.
Oh no, yeah, they absolutely run out of things to talk about like halfway through.
It's like, what else hurts the environment? The lights on. Oh shit.
To be fair, that's they almost start to like lampshade that with like how the family starts reacting to when the Eco Crushers show. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, what now? What?
They really do. They get so annoyed.
What the fuck are we doing this time?
They get annoyed, like, we're fucking, like, do we want it to live in a fucking hut or something?
No, hold on. We learned our lesson. We're not mixing our garbage. You know, we're sorting our garbage. We're closing the doors. What the fuck are we doing wrong this time? Like that's it's seriously, like, if they didn't like play with that and like make a joke about it, it would be very insufferable in the later episodes.
It's funny too, because it's like, all right, for real though, what are we fucking doing wrong this time? Like, what? Like, even the mom stops being afraid of, like, the mom at a certain point, she stops going from genuinely afraid to, oh, I have to yell because if not, Ecogainder doesn't come in.
She stops being afraid of them after the episode about like them leaving the lights on for no reason. And like, again, it's definitely played as a joke with how completely ineffectual they are as villains. It's honestly, I love that part. Like, they're legitimately entertaining villains because they're just so freaking pathetic. They're like, they make Team Rocket look effective.
What pushes it over the edge, honestly, is their costume design, which I guess you could say what costume design.
Well, Mudana's is a bootleg of Duranjo from Yatterman, and Hakai's looks like somebody vaguely remembered what one of the Aquabats looked like and just like couldn't afford the shirt and just threw on a fucking white t-shirt.
They just got some guy asking for change outside the subway or something.
Literally.
But see, that's the weirdest part about this show is that, like, outside of the preachiness, it's oddly entertaining because you almost feel like even the people making it are like, yeah, we know you guys know. We were commissioned to make this. What do you want from us?
No, that's the thing, is that they're very self-aware about this show. There's constantly jokes about just the general formula. Like, Ecogainder makes jokes about, like, I only have so many minutes left in the episode, or like, let's go fight in the same place.
I have to wrap this up in 10 minutes.
Exactly. Or like Hakais makes the same joke about, like, oh my god, we're going through the same fucking pattern again 3 times in a row, I think. Like, he seriously makes the same joke. He's like, oh my god, we fell for the same trick again. Like, 3 times in a row. It's very self-aware about that. They're honestly, like, in on the joke a lot, too. Like, they're in on the joke about, like, how negative of a budget they have. I think they clearly spent the majority of their budget on... Well, they clearly spent the majority of their budget on getting fucking Masaaki Endo for the opening. And then the rest of it on having Yuki Ono and one of the AKB48 girls in the cast. And then the rest of the budget goes to the Ecogainder suit. And everything else is just, like, whatever scraps they had left over.
It's kind of impressive in a way, like, the stuff that they were able to pull off with some things. Obviously, it's not a lot that they were pulling off, let's be completely honest.
No, absolutely not.
But it was still impressive, and it's shitty in a very endearing sort of way.
No, yeah, it's that charmingly low budget vibe to it. It's that same kind of charmingness that, like, a lot of the local hero type stuff. Like, we did oh my god, excuse me. Like, just naming something we've done before, Hojin Yatsurugi. It's got that same level of charmingly bad with how low budget it is. And it's a little more self-aware than Yatsurugi, where it's kind of aware of how low budget it is, and, like, it's aware that they're just, like, they're stuck with, like, the same 4 people in the same house every episode. And they make a lot of jokes about how, like, this is clearly the only house, like, this is, like, the most they could afford, because they keep making jokes about, like, oh, this kitchen's really small. Oh, like, we have, like, 3 rooms in this house we can use. They make plenty of jokes about just the entire setup of the show.
They make fun of the fact that it's, like, one family? Like even Ecogainder's like, yeah, it's kind of weird. What the fuck?
The same family again?
Like, yeah. He's just kind of like, you guys are, like,
you guys have
evil
nothing
monsters.
else better to do?
Like, what the fuck? But that's it's so weird, too, because, like, again, the lessons it teaches are, like, the most obvious things. You know, don't leave the light on, don't leave the water on, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then it starts getting kind of, like, weird, like, don't open the fridge too many times. What? Don't use paper towels ever. What?
That's one of those weird things where, like, on one hand, I think the lessons it teaches for the most part are relatively good for the target demographic. Where, like, but it really kind of fails as, like, the environmental message, where a lot of these aren't really, like, pro-environmental things in general. A lot of them are just, like, very specific common sense details.
Like, motherfucker, the light bill is going to be immense.
Exactly. Like, it's a lot of things that, like, a small child should just be taught to do anyways. And that's kind of what the audience they're going for is, with, like, you know, 5 to 8 year olds. You know, people you need to teach these things. But in that, like, that's the problem, is that a lot of them are not, like, they're only tangentially environmentally related. Like, oh, don't crank your AC down all the way to max, you know, because that's wasting electricity and that's burning CO2. Like, oh, don't leave your fridge open for way too long if it's not necessary, because, again, that burns energy and that burns fucking CO2. Like, don't leave your water running if you're not immediately using it. You know, don't waste paper towels, sort your garbage and stuff like that. Like, these are all basic things that you should be teaching people. Like, and then a lot of them just kind of like fall flat. Like, don't waste your food because, and to be fair, they kind of lampshade this one again where it's like, Hakaisa's straight up like, all right, this one's gonna get really complicated, so I've got some presentation. I got some slides here.
See, okay.
Explain in detail.
I have to interject with that one though, because in reality, right? In reality, what the fuck are the kids gonna do about that?
Exactly.
Because no matter what, those things are still going to be happening, whether or not they finish their food. Like,
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of the black pill to any environmental show. Where like, yeah, here are all these cool tricks that you can learn to help, to help the environment and, you know, reduce and recycle and all that. Completely ignoring the fact that a majority of the pollution in the world comes from billion-dollar corporations, the majority of which come from both China and India, countries that are completely ignoring any sort of environmental laws.
But see, like, okay,
and that any environmental law that's going to be passed from now to the end of time is entirely done in service to supplanting the lower class, and that the elites aren't going to fucking completely ignore it.
Hey,
all
Godzilla
it is,
said they're putting
these
in the water, you know.
All of these laws and regulations that they're trying to pass are just from the fucking global homo agenda, trying to push a new world order to control the populace. It's all bullshit. None of it means anything, and the only way it's going to change is if we rise up against the corporations and kill all the CEOs. Complete, total anarchy.
We'll see you at Japan
But enough
World
about
Hero,
that,
guys.
which I'm sure you're going to have to cut, like, entirely all of that.
We'll see you at Japan World Heroes, guys.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, I mean, you didn't say anything above Alex Jones here, so it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like,
No,
you know,
but like,
they're putting chemicals in the water that turn Ecogainder gay. Okay, that's all
right.
I'm saying.
No, to be fair, you're right. But the thing is, like obviously the black pill is, you know, like obviously the black pill is like, oh, you know, what are they gonna do? You know, they're just kids. But like, okay, at least the recycling and the turning off the lights and stuff like that, like that makes sense. That's fine. You know, it's little things like that to teach the kiddies. Fine.
Yeah.
But it's like when they start talking about the bigger things like that, like the supply chain bullshit, I'm just like, no kid is going to understand what you're talking about, and no kid is ever going to be able to help that unless they become like Abe or fucking just going in and just like you tell him to fuck or something. I don't know. Like, they can't do anything about that.
Yeah, and like a lot of them are also like, the way they kind of phrase them is also like, you should never do this at all. And like, to be fair, they even like, there are times where Ecogainer's like, it's okay in moderation. Like, you know, you can using paper towels is fine. Just don't use them for fucking everything, and don't use a mountain of them. Like,
yeah,
or like using like disposable goods. Like, yeah, sure, that's fine every now and then, but you should be using, you know, reusable things every now and then. But a lot of it again is just like,
well, like the one I started calling cap on was like the fucking air conditioning ones. Like, bro. Yeah, that's fine. Don't turn them up a certain way. But fuck you. I live in Texas. It's like 117 degrees over here. It's going up. That thing's going down.
I mean, look, in terms of conversion, I'm not going to set my fucking AC to 64 degrees because I like being able to, like, have my blood moving. I'm not going to set it that cold.
You would hate my apartment.
I mean, look, it's fine in, like 66 is like the lowest I'll go. Anything below than that starts to get a little ridiculous, personally.
But that's like, what I'm saying. Like stuff like that is just like, okay, yeah, sure, fine. Don't do it just for whatever. Do it if it gets really hot or whatever like that. But brother, it's 100 and something outside. It's gonna come down. I'm sorry, Ecogainder. You can fuck off.
Yeah,
you can fuck off, man.
That's the problem. Is that that's kind of the best comparison I can think of for the show. Is it's a lot like a live action version of Captain Planet, wherein sure a lot of these are very good common sense things, and a lot of them are very like, oh excuse me, a lot of them are fairly good. Like, yeah, this is something that'll help the environment, but like a single person doing something, you know, even if you have like 100 people doing exactly this, like the impact is very minimal. Mm-hmm. And, like, a lot of this is also, like, both one very it's a blanket solution to what is ultimately ends up being circumstantial problems. Like, again, like you bring up AC or, like, running water or things like that. or like there's the and I think another problem is like the presentation it does is like the family is like, it's not like the family is ever doing anything out of malice, except for the one episode with the daughter, but there's a reason for that, and I'll get into that in a second. Like,
so wait, we're forgetting if it's just like Captain Planet, when is the AIDS episode?
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
You know it. Look, it's AIDS.
I mean, look, to be entirely honest, if you did Ecogainder with a Ted Turner budget, I think the show would be a fucking $1 million idea.
AIDS. Well, I mean,
I want to see
Ecogainder
use. Yeah. I want to see Ecogainder use the ecology beam on somebody with AIDS, and it just doesn't do anything. He's just like, well, I mean, AIDS doesn't have anything to do with the environment. Bye.
Sorry, son. The AIDS doesn't pollute anything.
Except your own blood and anybody else you ever touch in your life. But I mean, hey, it's
just quarantine yourself.
At least it doesn't hurt the birds. Or the trees, I think.
Well, we also need
Can trees get AIDS? I don't think so. It doesn't work.
We need the Ecogainder episode where they talk about fucking street shootings.
Okay, well, here's the better question.
Yeah.
Could Ecogainder defeat Hitler? Because Captain Planet jobbed out to Hitler. So
I think he could because, well, no, he would join forces with Hitler. We're forgetting their history here.
That's right. Shit.
I think that one might need to be cut. Look, it's fucking Captain Planet, but in real life. What do you want?
You know
from
what?
us
You should just leave me asking that question, and then just have a loud beep for like 30 seconds.
Kind of like when we were talking about Magneto and him being a gypsy.
Exactly.
It's fucking Morse code.
Fucking gypsies, by the way. Back on topic. As I was saying, is like outside of one very specific moment near the end of the show, the family is never doing any of this out of malice. They're just kind of doing it because they're stupid. Like the thing with even then they're not even like intentionally doing it. It's just accidental, really. Like especially in the earlier ones, like, oh, don't leave the water running. It's like, the mother was doing fucking dishes, and she left it running because her dipshit kids started distracting her, and she's, just didn't think to turn it off because her kids were having an argument, and she's trying to focus on her kids. Like, okay,
fair
sure.
enough.
Or, like, the one with the fridge, it's like, oh, don't leave your fridge open a lot, or because it's going to waste electricity and blah, 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 CO2. It's like, I mean, again, sure, but it's also a situation like everybody's kind of going in and out at once, and just, like, nobody just thinks to be, like, asking, like, hey, does somebody want anything while I'm standing here? Nobody thinks to ask, just be nice. Like, that's a lot of, like, the problem with, like, the earlier ones, where they're just kind of stupid. Like, I think the funniest one, again, was, like, the one with the lights, where, like, for no particular reason, they have all of the curtains drawn in the house, which they never do at any point before or after. Obviously, because they're shooting at daytime. Even, like, no, there's another episode where they're shooting at nighttime and they don't close the curtains. So they just have all the curtains closed in their entire house for no explicable reason, just so they can turn all the lights on and get yelled at for wasting electricity because they're leaving their lights on. And I'm like, assholes, open a fucking curtain. Like, what, is the fucking crisis going on outside? Are the skies blood red? No, it's just daytime and you're assholes.
The sun is gone.
Like, exactly, like a lot of before, in the first half, I would say a lot of them are definitely just like, they're just kind of dumb and they're doing things by pure happenstance. And in the other half, it's also when it starts, like, they start running out of ideas and they start getting really circumstantial and they start getting really fucking annoyed when they get, like, yelled at. It's a lot of like, oh, come on, we learned our lesson. Like, what now are you going to yell at? So, like, there's the one where they go out shopping, and it's like, oh, you should bring in this, a reusable bag instead of relying on plastic bags. Which, I mean, I like, hey, that's one I agree with. Like, mostly because, like, those reusable bags are, like, the size of 4 fucking plastic bags. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's, like, one of those things, like, they go to a couple stores, and, like, yeah, let's get a bag for this, let's get a bag for that. It's like, oh, we should get a disposable bag. And as they're walking out of the store, like, fuck, here we go again, as they kind of realize, shit, we're doing bad things to the environment. Which is weird because, like, the mom has a reusable bag before they even go out.
Like
too,
the mom
which
immediately is just like, fuck.
She's just like, yeah, we should go and get a reusable eco bag. And then they're like halfway out the store, like, oh shit.
What do we have to put up with you people?
Yeah.
So speaking of fucking the earth, Jay, Magic Mind.
I don't know why you chose that as a segue, but sure. I can always edit around this anyways.
That's right, Jay. And speaking of editing, Magic Mind. What is Magic Mind, Jay?
Well, Magic Mind is an energy drink supplement type thingy. I still don't really know the proper word to describe it. I had nice, thank you.
That's being left in.
I will definitely leave that in. I had been looking for something because I've mentioned before, and everybody knows, and especially AJ knows, that I have constant sleepy bitch syndrome there. So I am, of course, basically done with the day after like an hour, and I had needed something to kind of help me build my energy up more. And I had found out about this Magic Mind thing. I heard about it, and it sounded good, and so I tried it out, and it's actually really good. I found it really helpful. So yeah, I started trying this first thing in the morning instead of guzzling, a gallon and a half of coffee like I had been, and I found it be much more beneficial to my overall day. It's kept up my mental energy. It's helped me focus up more at work. It's helped me keep my long-term memory, my short-term memory more consistent, which, knowing me, is something I've really needed. It's definitely helped with, keeping me focused on productivity, both, doing the show, doing my own videos, just at work in general. Overall, much more beneficial. It's helped me keep a more regular cycle. And honestly, I think the benefits of it, it's really just beneficial even beyond just the energy there. And I think the part that makes it helpful is that it's, it's all 100% natural ingredients. Like, a lot of these, like, energy drink supplement things, like, comparing to these other energy drink things, like, if you've ever had your 5-hour energies or your Red Bulls or any of these other really energy drink stuff, they're either kind of strong, they're really hard on the senses, or they're filled with, like, mystery chemicals and ingredients, and they're basically just slop in a can loaded with, like, sugar and caffeine and all that, and these aren't like that. They're 100% natural, no sugars, additives, whatever's. They say they're vegan, they're the paleos, the keto kids. They've got all those check marks there. All entirely made from herbal remedies and mixtures. A lot of stuff from, like, I think they call them adaptogens, like from mushrooms and herbs and stuff like that, and it's all wrapped up in matcha, and get that green tea taste. And I think that's what the part that I like the most is that it has that green tea flavor to it, and you don't really taste anything else. It just tastes like green tea, and it doesn't leave a weird aftertaste. It doesn't leave any kind of chemically residue. It's a nice quick little shot and boosts you right up, and you don't taste it, and you just have a pleasant morning from there on. And that is probably what I find the most beneficial part about it, is that it's entirely helpful and it doesn't taste like you're gonna die.
That's right, Jay.
That's right.
In fact, I can say, because I've now tried it myself, that it tastes pretty good.
Tastes pretty good.
Honestly, that's the one thing that I was actually kind of not looking forward to, was the taste, because I thought, it's all, mushrooms and stuff. It's not going to taste really good, is it? Moment I take one fucking sip of it, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is actually, what it tasted like a very pleasant, like, tea almost. It was really nice.
No shit, because it's matcha, dumbass. What do you think?
But I didn't expect it to be like that pleasant. I thought it was going to be like more. The tea was like, the matcha was just masking it, but no, it actually like tasted really nice.
No, yeah, that's absolutely what I agree with, because I've tried these kind of like herbal supplement things that people my mom have recommended me, and they are just miserable. And I won't lie, I did dread that also going into this, but no, I was legitimately surprised. I found myself legitimately enjoying these drinks, and honestly, if it weren't for the fact that it's probably not healthy too, I would have had more than one a day. But I mean, I kind of wanted to ration them anyways. I didn't want to chug the entire box all at once because they tasted good. Because Lord knows I would otherwise. But enough hiding these secrets from you. If you, the viewer at home, yes, you specifically, I'm talking to you, Steve. You know what you did. But if you want to try this for yourself, we got a funny little code here that you can get it recommended for. I would recommend you try it. So we've got this funny little promo link at magicmind.com/Toku20. That is TOKU 20. And using that code will get you 20% off on your purchase, both for one-time purchases or if you set up a subscription. And if you use this link, that's magicmind.com/TOKU20. If you use this code for the first 10 days after using it, you will get 56% off to a subscription if you set it up using this link. And that does stack with the 20%. So that's 76% off a subscription if you use this link within the first 10 days of using the link, obviously. So once again, that's magicmind.com/Toku20, TOKU20.
Like, but see, that's the thing. Like, it's at least self-aware enough where you can laugh at it and be like, okay, fine, that's at least funny, that's cute, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, I would be so annoyed, so fucking annoyed, being this family, having to deal with this bullshit every motherfucking time. Like, fuck off, man. I get it. I'm killing the planet. Leave me alone.
Listen, until Whoopi Goldberg shows up to yell at me, I'm gonna not bring pollution down to zero, okay?
You're right.
Yes.
You're right. But
I'm
still,
always right.
But again, then we get into like some of the implications some of that stuff has. Like, what do kids really know about the environment? There's an entire episode about that. Like, what is really destroying the environment? You know, besides India and China.
That was like a weird one to me when the daughter, everybody starts feeling really bad for the Eco Crushers because they're just so embarrassingly bad at their jobs. Because like even when they show up, like all they do is just like they just stand around them like ruin the environment more, and they don't really do anything. So like I think like there's another funny one where like I forget it was like I think they would leave like an electric kettle on or something
overnight,
and like they show up like after everybody's gone to bed. It's like, wait, where is everybody? It's like, are we late? Did we show up late to our own evil scheme?
And they actually like fall asleep in the house.
They fall asleep waiting in their kitchen for them to show back up. Like, it's that level of embarrassingly incompetent that like makes them so entertaining. Like, and there's a great one too, like where the daughter like she starts feeling so bad for them that she starts deliberately causing damage to the environment just so they can show up and hang out with the villains.
Yeah, because like she actually like kind of like likes them. They're like, you know what, you guys are so pathetic. I know you're not gonna hurt me. Just play cards.
Yeah, it's like you want to play Gold Maid or whatever. Like, just come on, like let's just be friends. Like, if you're gonna show up every other hour anyways, let's just fucking play a game. Who cares?
But that's
like,
yeah.
That again, that's what I really like about what's fun about this show is that it's very self-aware about the premise. It's very self-aware about a lot of like about just the general nature of it. Like, the villains are so incompetent, they're hilarious. Like, Ecogainder is so incompetent, he's hilarious. The family is everybody in the show is so incompetent. That's where a lot of the comedy comes from, is just them like poking fun at just the general nature of the show and just how pathetic they are, and just like just how pedantic it is to be like environmentally friendly. That's what makes it really fun, honestly.
Honestly, that's the most interesting part about this, is that while it's not trying to be cynical, but it's also saying yeah, we get it. Some of this shit's just preachy. We know. Like, there's this underlying tone of like, yeah, we know we're preachy. We know we're just speaking to the choir here. We get it, but we still gotta say it just in case. Which is interesting because again, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's interesting that a level of self-awareness, especially for a PSA. Which, let's be honest, most PSAs are so up their own ass. They're smelling their brain.
Yeah,
like
that's why PSAs are such a joke. Is that they're so hilariously tone deaf and just completely ignore. Reality. For starters, a lot of them just kind of like ignore their source material. Like, you either have like shit like the G.I. Joe PSAs or like a lot of like the 80s or 70s PSAs, which are just like ridiculously violent and unnecessarily like horrifying, which completely misses the point of telling people what the problem is. Or they just completely ignore their source material and just like don't fit at all.
This is crack.
This is crack. I miss you, Pee-wee. I miss you.
Hope you're jerking off in the theater in the sky, buddy.
I hope God saved a seat in his best porno theater for you to jerk off in.
Right next to motherfucker, I forgot his name.
I don't even know who you're thinking about. There's too many answers for that question.
Autoerotic asphyxiation. David Carradine.
David Carradine?
There you go. You and David Carradine can share a big old belt in the sky. Anyways, back to real autoerotic asphyxiation, Ecogainder.
Yeah.
I mean, he technically was doing that to the villains every time.
That is kind of true, yeah.
You're not. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, let's what he was doing. Now, again, it is interesting to see, like, again, that level of self-awareness in a show like this. Where I'm like, oh, okay, you know this is stupid. You're still trying to help, but you know this is stupid.
Yeah.
Especially,
I think that's what makes it so entertaining is that it knows how ridiculous it is, and it doesn't pretend to be anything else. And that definitely, like, it definitely helps it keep from being as preachy as it is, because it definitely can be pretty preachy, especially, like, the last minute of the episode when Ecogainder defeats the villains and explains what the moral of the episode is, and then he does his little haiku or whatever the fuck. Like, that's when the show starts to get a little preachy. But, like, by that point, like, everybody has already learned the lesson, and we're just making fun of ourselves and just goofing off. That at that point, it doesn't even care. It's like, yeah, okay, let's tie it up. Let's end the episode. You know what? You already know what's going on.
Yeah, don't kill the planet. Whatever. Bye.
Exactly.
It's just like, that's it. Just, yeah, don't kill the planet.
Pretty much.
I guess we can talk a little bit about Mudana. Because she's the only one who like really has like a character arc, which is really interesting. That's the interesting part about
again,
this.
that was interesting how like they gave her and a little bit Hakai's character arc where like they start to feel bad. They start to feel bad for destroying the environment because they started bullying this family so much that like they've just kind of become friends. And like it kicks off when I don't even, like, they're never really actually explain what the root cause, like, the daughter just starts coughing for some reason, just starts coughing really bad. And, like, the implication is clearly, it's like, oh, there's smog, the air quality's bad. But, like, it's just her coughing, and she just has a cough for whatever reason. And she starts feeling so bad about it, they're like, yeah, all right, we win, let's just go home this episode, we're not even gonna bother. And, like, again, it leads to them, like, becoming friends and, like, where their plans start becoming so more pathetic, and it's, like, they're expecting the villains to show up, and they're just friends with them. Like, it's weird where they start to have these character arcs of, like, actually, you know what? As much as we don't really care about helping the environment, we kind of like you people. We kind of like hanging out with you. We even kind of like hanging out with Ecogainder, even though he's a jerk and he always tries to kill us. It's always fun. It's like, or like there's the episode where they actually use the little laser gun they have because they finally realize that it does something, and Ecogainder gets so badly hurt that he starts like ignoring all of his own advice, and they're genuinely surprised by it. It's like, oh shit! It's like, is this what happens when we win? Oh, I feel bad now. We should stop trying to win then. Exactly.
Well, see, it's even better because when you really think about it. And I know this is one of those things you shouldn't think about, but I did. I feel bad for them because all they want to do is survive. That's literally all they're trying to do. They just want to live.
That's one of those, like, it's one of those weird catch-22 things for them where, like, obviously destroying the environment and ruining the Earth is bad, but if they don't, they not only will die, they won't exist at all. So it's like, naturally it is a bad thing what they are doing, but the opposite is essentially genocide of an entire sentient species.
Which makes that ending even weirder, because you're like, we have to find a way so they can live together. But it's like, but if you already came from the future...
How?
But if you already came from the future, where both of you were already alive at the same time, does that not mean you already did this?
And, like, another weird thing, too, is that, like, they clearly can survive because they spend most of their time in the little jar, because in Earth's environment, I guess, is not dirty enough for them as is. But, like, the problem is that, again, they come from, like, the bad future where Earth's environment has already polluted. So we're like, clearly it's fine enough where, like, as is right now, they can survive outside of it. Because, like, there's a couple, most of the episodes, of course, in the house, and that's where their little jar is. But there's a few episodes where they show up outside, and, like, clearly they're not stuck to just, like, hanging outside of their little tree house or whatever. So, like, I don't know if it's, like, they can only be outside for a little while kind of thing before it starts to affect them, or, like, what. They never really explain that. So, like, is it just, like, they want to destroy the entire Earth and that's why it's a problem? Or is it bad enough as is? Or, like, they can survive and, like,
just huff some exhaust.
I mean, obviously the end goal is not to, like, you know, obviously having a little pollution is not okay. It's either all of it's gone or we all die, kind of. You know, it's not one of those in moderate. You know, you can't have pollution in moderation.
No.
Really.
What they do is
it's
that at one episode of Aquatween where they just have, like, the big Moonanite and just keep burning trash inside of it. They just live in there for the rest of their lives.
That's a good explanation. That works for me.
But see, that's the problem. Like, you make us care for these characters. You make us like these characters, just for you to tell us, yeah, they can't exist. They're not supposed to exist. And I'm just like, but I like these guys.
It does raise very weird implications, not the least of which because they don't. Again, because that's not really the kind of show
Sure,
this
of course,
is,
but your brain
they
goes
don't
there
elaborate on these details of, like, the setting or how they work or anything like that.
It doesn't help
like,
when Cutie Honey comes in.
It doesn't help when, like, their boss shows up, Queen Death Gaia, who I don't know how the show had money for both Masaaki Endo and Rika Matsumoto, but they did. They had Rika Matsumoto.
She owed someone a favor.
She must have
that, or like one of the kids on the show's like her granddaughter or something.
You know what? Maybe it's either she was doing it as a favor. Toei or fucking not Toei. Game Freak was stiffing her on the Pokemon money for the week, or like somebody on the show was like a family member. That's my only solutions. Like, because otherwise, like, again, like, you have Yuki Ono as Ecogainder, you've got Masaaki motherfucking Endo doing your opening, and the opening kicks ass.
Yeah, honestly, kind of does. It actually really does.
It is the opening of the show is unnecessarily awesome. It's again, like, it's like Captain Planet. Like,
that song should not be good.
Captain Planet's theme song should not be as good as it is, but it is. That's because Captain Planet had Ted Turner money. I don't know what kind of money this show had, but clearly it had enough money to get those two.
I mean, look, again, you know what? Who knows? Maybe Rika Matsumoto just dresses like that. That's just her normal everyday attire, and they're just like.
I mean, look, she was part of Jam Project, so I believe it. She was.
Was she not anymore?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen her in anything they've done recently. So
I mean, to be fair, I mean, what is Jam Project anymore?
That's true.
It's Jam Project. I mean, who knows? You know what? Maybe Hironobu Kageyama bankrolled this, and he just wanted his friends in it. Who knows? Maybe Hironobu Kageyama is just like a really big environmentalist. You know?
Hey, you know what? It's weirder things have happened.
We're gonna find out. It's like he bankrolled it, and we're just like, you got to do this as part of the Jam Project. Imagine if the opening was just Jam Project though.
It would be. It would be too awesome. The show would be too awesome if it was Jam Project.
I mean, when you, because that's the thing, like when you think about like in the context of who Masaki Endo is, you're like, for this?
Exactly. Like
what?
Either everybody involved with this show that wasn't like the nobodies. Like we've got one of the AKB48 girls. We've got Yuki Ono. To be fair, this was relatively early in his career, I think, so he hadn't really become like a voice actor of note yet. I think. At least this was before JoJo. But like we've got Endo, we've got Rika Matsumoto, and I mean to a lesser extent Gal Black, who really isn't anybody of note, but he's Gal Black.
Ouch.
So I mean look.
Ow.
Look, no offense to him because he is entertaining when he shows up, but like he's not even the most popular Gao Ranger.
Damn.
He's not even the most popular Black Ranger. He's not even the most
He's not even in the most popular Sentai.
No. No, who cares about Gao Ranger exactly?
At least one person.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
But damn, you don't have to do him like that. Shit.
Look,
just because he looks like a bloated Shu Watanabe does not mean you get to bully him.
Listen, I have done bigger Sentai alum worse than that.
You are right, but still, that just felt mean.
You know what? Yeah, I'll fully be aware that was mean. I don't necessarily apologize because I mean, if you look at his acting credits, he really hasn't done a whole lot.
It's true, but I don't know. I just felt
I digress.
Wait, wasn't the assistant chick? She looked familiar.
I couldn't figure it out. I tried.
She looked like
finding
someone
the cast.
from Writer.
Finding the cast for the show was incredibly difficult. And I don't even know if they ever say her name, so figuring out who the fuck she is going to be like a fucking needle in a haystack kind of thing. So
I mean, well, you just have to look up Ecogainder and somewhere you'll find it.
All right, if you want to fucking wait 5 minutes for me to do that,
No,
I guess
don't.
I can do it.
We don't need to do this. We don't need to know
But,
about...
Oh, then why'd you fucking say that, dick?
She kind of looks like a... She kind of reminds me a little bit of... I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Reno from Drive, but younger. A little bit. Then again, maybe that was my hallucination.
Possibly.
I'm not sure.
It didn't really look like her personally, but I mean...
I thought the mom was somebody.
No, the mom is a total nobody. Like, I kept thinking, like, I've seen the mom in something before. And, like, no, she's been in nothing. She's nobody of note.
Yeah, so again, maybe this is one of the... I mean, thankfully, the small cast. But, like, this is one of those, I thought this was somebody.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's...
I mean, maybe if I went through the fucking credits, I could figure it out. But, like, yeah, no.
But that's Ecogainder.
Yeah. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot else to say. I mean,
Captain. He's a hero.
He's gonna bring the Japanese population down to 0.
No, that's Oppenheimer.
That's true.
Ecoheimer? I'm just saying.
My ecology being killed eco crushers.
What?
I don't know, dude. I haven't seen Oppenheimer. I'm not going to. I don't care.
But it's 3 hours and you see penis.
I can see penis at home, AJ.
But it's Oppenheimer.
I can pick up my phone and see penis in 5 minutes. All right, I don't need to go and pay money to wait 3 hours.
You can't
to
count
see penis.
yourself. That's not fair.
I'm not counting myself. If I was counting myself, it would take 10 seconds for me to fucking zip my pants down and go to the mirror. I'm not that desperate, all right? I'm not Phil.
You're right. Ah. But you're right.
What? What the fuck's he gonna do? The fuck's he gonna do?
Did I find the dad? Let me see. I think I might have found the dad. Wait, why is he holding a Maji Ranger morpher? That's not a Maji Ranger morpher, is it? Is that the dad? I can't tell.
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm gonna copy and paste his image. I can't. It looked like I thought it was the dad. I just clicked on somebody.
That is definitely not the dad, and that's the fucking Gal Ranger morpher, you nitwit.
I can't see right.
I'm pretty sure that's a picture of Gal Black. When he was
maybe
younger.
It's not.
No. Okay. Let me.
Who knows? Maybe it's not Gal Black. You just think it's Gal Black. Because you know.
Then why does he have the fucking
Gal Black
Gal
is your
phone?
favorite.
I haven't even seen Gal Ranger.
Yeah, you have. You were talking about it the other day. Oh my God, Gal man.
You could at least like pick one of the shows that's gonna be at fucking Japan World Heroes for a bit.
No.
But no, you pick the show I just mentioned.
Yeah, you watched.
Poser.
You went to go watch Gal Man.
Man.
Yeah, Gal Man. You know, you love Gal Man.
You know what I love?
I'm actually looking up some of the cast to see
to end the episode.
I'm looking up some of the cast to see if I can recognize them. I think this one's the dad. I think this is the dad. Oh, he's part of something called Father's Corporation.
Are you checking under the one that says Dad in the cast? Because that was his name, was Dad. He didn't have a name.
No, I'm looking up like Wikipedia, Japanese Wikipedia. Just to see if I can recognize somebody. Okay, no, that's Gal Black. Unfortunately, he does not look better with age. But you know, you already knew this. Racist.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I think I might have found the one of the kids, maybe. Oh no, I found Hakais. I think. Whatever. Who cares? It's Gal Ranger.
Yeah. Why are you doing this? Like,
it's Gal Ranger.
What is
Nobody cares about Gal Ranger.
That's what I was saying. We had this whole tangent about this 5 minutes ago that you just decided to ignore.
You love Gal Ranger.
We're not repeating the bit.
I'm not repeating anything.
We're not repeating the fucking bit.
It's
AJ,
not my fault.
Right?
You like Gal Ranger.
Well, it's not my fault that you're gay.
I mean, you know what, Jay? It is your fault with someone. Think about it.
I mean, statistically.
Who knows? You know.
How many people listen to the show again? How many fucking people do we have as fans?
Quite a few.
Quite a few. I mean, statistically, there's at least.
You have turned someone gay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Anyways, yeah. That was Ecogainder. There's really nothing else, guys. I mean, it's over.
I mean, look, like we said, the entire show is 2 hours total. What else can we say? We've said everything.
Okay, you know what? In seriousness, I will give credit where credit's due with some of the costumes and the opening, obviously. But it's pretty obvious that this is, it is what it is. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this was such missed potential. No, it's what it is. The fact that we were so entertained by it as is should tell you that, yeah, maybe go check it out. It's not going to take much of your time, honestly.
No, that's the thing is, like, at the end of this, like, I really enjoyed Ecogainder.
I did too.
I thought it was funny.
I
was laughing my ass off through every episode.
Liked it more than, you liked it more than Daimajin, obviously.
Well, let's not go that far.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, Chief.
You could say that. You won't be telling the truth, but you could say that.
Well, you could also say a lot of things about yourself.
It's true.
Because I can't. Because I couldn't think of anything that was funny.
We can talk about the Nyandam that my girlfriend got me.
We could. I guess we could. I mean,
With
I guess that's something.
Xenion? Yeah, Neil Xenion.
With Neil Breen-Zion?
Shut up. No, but okay, but again,
imagine a environmental PS. Oh, wait, no, that's every fucking
Why
Neil Breen
pollution?
movie ever.
How pollution? No more pollution. No more pollution.
That is literally the plot of like 3 different Neil Breen movies. Is like
All
the
3
environment is bad. I am going to use my god powers to
all
fix
3 of
the
which we're showing
environment.
Phil.
Exactly.
Okay, again, but
As
again,
look. As long as we're not watching I Am Here now sober, I'm down for watching any of Neil Breen's movies.
We can watch all of them, but I want to watch Double Down and Fateful Findings specifically.
Well, we have to watch Fateful Findings, so that's his best movie. Like objectively, that is Neil Breen's best movie.
And I will hear nothing of the contrary.
Exactly. You can't say anything wrong because I'm 100% right. I'm 1000% right.
Even Neil
about
Breen
that.
doesn't agree.
Neil Breen is busy making his next magnum opus.
He is busy making his 8th theatrically produced feature film.
And it is not a midnight movie just the same as his other movies.
He will show it as his 8th theatrically released film. But again,
I'm glad Neil Breen is somewhat like mainstream, because otherwise this is going to be another one of those bits where the audience has no idea what the fuck
that's fine. We're popping
about.
the boys with this one anyways.
That's true.
But again, to go back to what I was
this
saying,
is for the real gamers in the audience.
To go back to what I was saying again, it does not try and go above what it wants to. It does not go above what it means to be, because again, it knows what it wants to be and it knows what it's trying to accomplish. And to that end, it accomplishes it. And to that end as well, it accomplishes it and entertainingly. Like that's the best thing I can say about it. It's a PSA that does not make me want to neck myself.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not going to use as colorful terminology as you, but I would absolutely agree is that like, even like, as openly preachy as the PSA elements are, like the rest of the packaging around it is so entertaining and self-aware about its own nature that like, even the PSA stuff is not insufferable. It's enjoyable. It is legitimately a very fun show. It has a surprising amount of substance within the packaging. It's a very short thing, and there's very little to actually talk about. There's very little actually in the show, but it has enough substance where I'd say it's worth a watch. Because again, like, it's 2 hours, dude. You can finish that in an afternoon.
You can watch that over Oppenheimer.
Less than an afternoon. Exactly. You could finish Ecogainder 1.5 times by the time... I had to think about that. Yes, I did, by the way. You could finish that 1.5 times in the time it takes to watch.
I mean, if you take out the opening and endings, you probably could watch it twice.
You probably could, actually.
But again, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is very much a show that I mean, it's gonna sound weird, but I recommend it. No. I don't want people to hear this and go back to our like Daimajin episode and think, oh, you think it's on the same? No, obviously Daimajin's way better than this in terms of, and everything. Let's be honest, in everything. But I still would say go check it out if you want something silly and fun and part of the obscure parts of Tokusatsu. Fuck it, go for it. Just go for it. It's fun.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those ones to like, I guess, wet your whistle for the weirder stuff. Like this is a good like entry level to like level 2 of Toku shows, where like your level 1s is your Heisei writers and your standard like surface level like everybody knows shit. Like this is a good one. Like you're getting into the weird stuff.
When do we show them Tetsu the
you're...
Iron Man?
Yeah, exactly.
When do we show them that one?
Eventually,
we can show them Zebra Man.
We should, dude.
We should just do that.
We need to get Phil to be Takashi Miike. I don't know why I always fucking forget his name. We need to get Phil Takashi Miike filled.
Have we not?
As long as we don't watch Zebra Man 2, because Zebra Man 2 sucked.
True. Well, everybody, that's been Ecogainder.
Ecogainder. AJ, I know this episode's gone on a little while, but did you really forget the name of the show?
Yes, because in the middle of recording, we went to LA.
Shh, AJ, you're gonna break kayfabe. Shh.
Fuck kayfabe. Wrestling's fake.
Yeah, okay, fucking Paul Levesque. All right.
But yeah, magic.
All right. All right. All right, smart ass. Come on.
Okay, so it's time to do the wheel because we've done Ecogainder.
And now what?
Just because we said we were going to do Ecogainder like 17 years ago, and now we're here. So let me do wheel and let me speed.
You know what? I know it's usually a curse to ask these things, but
I hope it's good.
I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, you did.
What I was going to say is I'm hoping that either we get an equivalent to either a Sentai or Power Rangers that we've done the opposite of. So, like, if we've done a Power Ranger show, we get that Sentai or vice versa. Or we do another Ultraman show, because it's been a while. Did you already spin it? I'm going to guess you already spun it. Oh, for fuck's sake! Why?
The best part is that literally the moment you said, I hope we get the equivalent to a Sentai we've already done, it landed on that shit.
I am gonna kill myself.
That is amazing. You piece of shit.
What? Come on! What? Why does it do that?
You motherfucker.
Oh god. Kill me.
How long is this?
It's the same length as all as the fucking Nickelodeon seasons, so it's like 22 seasons, like 2 episodes.
22 seasons?
Well,
Holy shit.
it's probably gonna feel like that. No, I think it's like 40 episodes if you count the 2 seasons total. So
God,
it's like,
kill me.
yeah. Oh, God.
Here we go again. If you can't figure out what we're doing Power Rangers Ninja Steel.
Did we even need to say it?
By the way, both of them. By the way, we have to. Both of them. Yeah.
Of course, we have to.
I hate all of this. What the fuck, dude?
You know,
we couldn't have done like, I don't know,
like Bokenger,
or what's another Power Ranger show that we've done? Zoo Ranger,
Jungle Fury,
Jungle Fuck, yeah.
No, we already did Deca Ranger.
What other Sentai have we done?
Let's see. After the reboot,
Loopat.
Did we? We didn't even do a Loopat.
No, we have not done Loopat. Don't worry, we'll do it for your buddy from Anime Boston.
Shut up. Die.
He is your like Mark David Chapman now.
I hope not.
He will find you. He will kill you. We haven't really done that many Sentai.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, like all the ones that we have are like ones we've already done both on. So I guess that doesn't really narrow it down a whole lot.
Because like we did Jungle Fury, or no, we didn't do Jungle Fury yet. We did Gekki Ranger.
Yeah.
Oh, we have. I guess again to pick your fucking poison. We haven't done Megaforce.
No.
Oh, we haven't done Dino Charge. Really?
Yeah, we did.
No, that was a long. That was pre-Crisis.
Yeah, that's right. We did Dino Charge right after it aired, and I was telling you because I don't. Did you even watch Dino Charge? No, I think you made me watch it all.
I think I made Phil watch it all. And then
No,
Phil fell asleep.
I know I definitely watched it all, and I think Phil Phil wasn't even on that episode.
So we haven't done Dino. Oh, we haven't done Beast Morphers. To be fair, I don't even remember. It sounds bad. I don't even remember Go Busters like at all. Like, we did
I think that was another one we did a while ago, anyways.
True, but like I legit don't remember anything about Go Busters. Like anything except for like Beat Buster, but that's because he's like he lives on the Toei lot. So,
is there really anything else to remember but him?
I mean, he said fucking shit a couple of times, so
he did.
That's really everything that I know about fucking that. fuck, we really have not done many. I mean, all the other Sentai we've done so far haven't had like not Ranger counterparts.
Yeah, I think so. We've done a lot of like the more recent ones.
Kira Major, we did. Non Brothers. We still need to do Zenkaiger, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we could just like do something good. I mean, but I think we've learned our lessons with trying to rig the wheel. So
it's Ecogainder. We did something good.
That's right.
We saved the planet, fam.
We did. We brought pollution down to zero, just like Canon.
Well, we tried to, but we gotta talk to China about that one. Shit, I can't say anything because I know it's not. I know this is not good. I know it's not.
Even Power Rangers fans don't like this one.
See, the worst part is that I had the idea we could just go into Cosmic Fury to laugh at it, but we can't because it's connected.
Yeah, because it's a fucking sequel. We can't. And I am not fucking sitting through what was it? Dino Knights? Dino
Knights of Tyrannog.
Oh god.
That would be terrible.
Well, now that Power Rangers is dead forever now anyways.
No, it's not.
I mean, dude, they fucking shuttered all of the production.
Like, are you for real?
Yeah, like
Thanks, Simon! Really knocking it out of the podcast,
Cosmic Fury is literally the last season. It's literally the last season until Hasbro tries to reboot it.
You keep hitting those home runs, Hasbro. Fuck Power Rangers.
Man.
Look, honestly, we could just do it. We could.
I mean, we could. I think it would be probably less palatable than Ninja Steel at this rate.
We could shelve Ninja Steel until after we do Dino and Cosmic.
Oh god, that's gonna be a fucking painful month. But you know what?
Happy birthday,
what?
Bitch.
Fuck.
It's my birthday too. Who fucking cares? We're both suffering.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Oh, okay. Actually, how long is Dino Fuck? Hold on.
I think it's the same length as Ninja Steel.
Damn it! What is wrong with these people?
I don't know. At least Cosmic Fury is 10 fucking episodes.
Yeah, it is. So it's not going to be as bad. But how long is Dino Shit?
Actually, I think it only got the one season of 20. So maybe. I don't fucking know.
Season 1 and 2 is 22 episodes each. So it's 44 in total.
Okay, so including Cosmic Fury, that's fucking 50 episodes we have to do. Oh my god.
Okay. We can do a season each and just do 3 episodes. It's the last Hasbro season fuckathon.
It's the last Power Ranger season ever at this rate. Yes.
I hope so. You keep hitting those home runs, Hasbro.
Oh my god, if even half of the shit I've heard that happens in Cosmic Fury is true, it's going to be... What?
Pride Fury.
Well, I mean... yes, there is that. There are several moments like that, apparently.
Oh god, the Black Ranger has my last name. And, no, the Green... Oh man, they're fucking fraud beaners, dude. Jesus.
Oh, God.
Well, this is gonna be a fucking pain in the ass month, isn't it?
At least now I can figure out what the fuck they've been cooking with Zed, because I don't know. I still don't know how the fuck they brought Zed back.
I absolutely fucking hate Power Rangers.
I do too. How does this series still have fans?
It doesn't. I guarantee you, the people who still like this are just telling themselves one day Simon Bennett will just jerk them off.
Well, we can save that for when we talk about it.
Fuck you, Simon.
Fuck you. You tool.
So, when we come back, we'll be here with Dino Fury season 1.
When we come back from our trip to LA, because we are, of course, recording this all, even though we're talking about doing the series that hasn't fucking aired yet before we'll...
We're alive, pal.
More like we're a lie.
Our hack frauds.
We always have been.
Well,
all right.
We'll be seeing you guys for Dino Fury. Go kill yourself. Goodbye.
Bye.